My name is Madison Kate and I'm feeling the fall vibes. Welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. You can also follow me on Instagram personally at Madison Kate and professionally at Beauty by Madison Kate. Thank you for being here. Let's get ready. I'm so excited to do a fall get ready with me today. I did this video last year in 2021. I'll link that below if you guys want to check it out if you enjoy this style video. But I had so much fun doing it last year, I thought, let's do it again. I pulled a bunch of my favorite fall colors, favorite fall products, just really beautiful makeup products that are gonna make a awesome fall look, and I can't wait to put together a fall makeup look with y'all. I always start off my skin prep with lip balm. I live in a desert. I live in Utah and it's super dry, and I just think this is the most important first step. This is the Laneige Sleeping Care Lip Balm. I always use this like all the time. I know it's like a sleep mask, but just trust me, it's great. Use it all the time. A lot of my makeup clients have dry lips and I always prep them with that Laneige sleep mask, and they always love it and are always asking me what it is. So that is what it is. What is in my hair? I'm going to list all the products that I use today in the description box below. So if I don't mention something because I'm so busy chit-chatting, don't worry, all the details will be down there. The foundation that I'm gonna use today is quite a bit darker. As you can see, I have a lot of spray tan on my body, and it has come off my face because I do such a good job with my skincare that it takes my spray tan off. So we're gonna be matching down here, so don't be scared. The foundation is gonna be a lot darker than what you see here, but I don't wanna be a ghost, okay? This is the HardCandy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I bought this because I couldn't get my hands on the e.l.f. Halo Glow Foundation. I'm still really wanting that. People are comparing that new Halo Foundation from e.l.f. to the Charlotte Tilbury Foundation, which is obviously a super high and a super low price point. But I haven't been able to find it in stores. I'm gonna need to order it online. But I did get this foundation from HardCandy just at Walmart, wanting to try it out, thinking it would be similar. I don't think it's similar at all, but I haven't tried the other one. But I'm gonna keep using this because I bought it and I'm testing it out. But so far, I'm not impressed. I like the overall look of this foundation. I think it looks really pretty and it wears really well on the skin. But I'm just kind of confused by this product in general. It says on the packaging that it's full coverage, which is not true, which I didn't want full coverage. I wanted like a light medium coverage. So I'm happy with that, but it's weird that it claims to be full coverage and it's definitely not. But I am gonna build up quite a bit of this on my skin. So you're gonna see me layering it, and I'll be using 2 different colors too to create the look I want. This foundation was super affordable. I will say it's only 0.67 ounces. Keep that in mind. I think a lot of the time people are excited about price point, and then a standard bottle of foundation is usually 1 ounce. So do the math, ladies. So what did you guys think of Hocus Pocus 2? I was so excited to get on camera and talk to you guys about Hocus Pocus 2. I absolutely loved it. I did a viewing party. If you guys watch me on Instagram stories, then you saw like my whole vibe. I did like a skeleton charcuterie board and all my friends came over and we wore witches hats and wore our different Sanderson sister merch. I have this cute sweater on right now. I loved it so much. I love Halloween. I love fall vibes. But I was really excited for the second edition of Hocus Pocus. Obviously, I love the first one. Hello. But I was nervous because we all know that I was so excited for And Just Like That, because I'm a huge Sex and the City fan, huge Sarah Jessica Parker fan. and just like that really, really let me down. So I've kind of been nervous to get excited about number 2s. What's that called? Like sequels. But Top Gun 2, really, really good. And Hocus Pocus 2, really, really good. So my faith in humanity has been restored, even though And Just Like That pretty much broke my heart. As I'm building this up, you can see, like, it is a pretty foundation. I love the look of it on the skin. I really like the finish that it gives, but I do think you have to build it quite a bit, which I don't mind building, but it's kind of time consuming, honestly. If you use a brush with this instead of a sponge, you are gonna get a little bit more coverage, if that's what you're going for. I like the level that this builds up to, I really do. I just think it takes a second to get the look that I want. Now that my face matches my ears and my neck, I can continue the look. I always talk about my order of operations with my clients because I always start my clients off with the eyes, and they're oftentimes surprised that I don't start off with the face, because when I do my own makeup, I always start with my face. So I loved Hocus Pocus 2 because I thought it stayed really true to the characters, which I thought was really cute. I thought the characters, all the actresses did an amazing job. The musical number was so adorable. I thought that the way that they did like almost a modern take on this, on a similar story, when the Sanderson sisters were in Walgreens looking at anti-aging as like bottled children, I was dying. So funny, so cute. The take on the vacuum broomstick being Roombas was hilarious. I thought it was so cute of staying true to the story but modernizing it in a way that is like really fun and cute. So I absolutely loved it. I loved the storyline. I loved the characters. All the actresses did an amazing job, even the new ones, which I'm always, you know, hesitant on new actresses. That was kind of one of my issue with And Just Like That, is I only cared about the original characters. But I loved these new characters in Hocus Pocus 2. It was just really sweet and wholesome. The ending was amazing. I thought that it like wrapped up the storyline really well, because clearly these women are not going to be around for Hocus Pocus 3. And if they do a Hocus Pocus 3, it's going to be a different story, which I don't see them doing, but you know, you never know. We'll see in 20 years. But I thought it was so good. Really, really well done. Really beautifully, like the cinematic was really beautiful. My only complaint about the entire thing is it felt to me like there was a very obvious Walgreens placement ad in this movie. Like, did you guys feel that way? I need to look it up and see. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. Was Hocus Pocus 2 sponsored by Walgreens? Okay, I can't confirm 100%. I have looked it up on several different websites. I'm willing to say pretty confidently that Walgreens was the product placement for Hocus Pocus 2. I can't find a direct answer, but it felt really obvious, and I'm not the only one who thought that. I looked it up and other people are talking about it too. So that's my only complaint. I don't mind a product placement. Obviously, this is a YouTube channel, and the way that YouTubers make their money, well, a lot of their money is from product placement and sponsorships and brand endorsements. So I don't have a problem with sponsorships, but I do think they should be subtle when it's in a huge motion picture production like Hocus Pocus 2. I mean, it was pretty obvious, right? Since I couldn't get my hands on the e.l.f. Halo Foundation, I'm gonna use a couple other e.l.f. products. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, I mentioned this in one of my hauls recently. I'm really liking this product. And the e.l.f. Glow setting powder, kind of like the Halo line, the setting powder. I haven't used this yet, so I'm excited to try it out. I do love horror movies, but I'm not like a slasher film kind of person. Like, I need like a cheesy gore, otherwise I have nightmares. And I'm not being dramatic. If I see anything that is too scary or like too graphic, I will have nightmares for weeks, and I'm just sensitive like that. It's just not worth it to me. So I make my poor husband read all the parental guidelines and totally ruin every movie for himself. So, because if I read it and I read that it's too scary, then I'm gonna have nightmares about what I read. So he's gonna do it. But with that being said, if you guys could recommend your favorite like old school horror movies in the comments below. I wanna know like the ones that aren't too scary, that are like classics for you. because I do want to watch more of these like traditional scary movies. I've never seen Halloween. I've never seen Scary Movie. Anything with like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I've never seen any of that stuff, but I'm scared that it's gonna be too scary. I need cheesy gore, okay? Comment below, cheesy gore. I really love a psychological thriller though. Like I like a jump scare. There's a ton of horror movies that have come out that I like the Annabelle series. I love scary movies, but it just can't be anything like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like I can't even watch the trailer, you guys. It is so scary. I don't understand what's wrong with people. Like how are y'all watching like movies with like graphic torture scenes and like, I don't even want to say it on camera, but there's some things that people do in these movies that I'm like, why are we recreating this? Who is interested in this type of entertainment? It's bizarre. I just watched Casper last night, which was so cute. I love like all the Halloween towns. Halloween Town High is my favorite one. Anything along those lines, like those kind of like teen movies, like the old school ones. I'm really into rewatching those. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just taking the butt of my beauty blender and I'm putting it into the bronzer here and just kind of loading it up. And then the nice thing about using a beauty blender with a putty bronzer is it really blends the product as you apply it. So there's not any harsh contouring action happening. It's just placing and blending as you work, which is really nice. It looks very natural and you can build up the product really nicely. I also love using Creme products because they have a tendency to give more of a luminous look to the skin. And in the fall, or I mean, personally, any time of year I want to be glowy, but especially when the weather's changing and your skin is getting more and more dry, we tend to need more moisture. So this is the perfect product to use for this time of year. And then you'll notice I take the product up onto this lid space just a little bit, just to connect the color so that we don't have a harsh contrast. I'm gonna go in with the Putty Eye Primer from e.l.f. as well. My girlfriend Alyssa grew up in like Disney Channel era like I did. And so me and her were chatting about what our favorite kind of, to us, what a classic Halloween movie is, which is like, you know, Disney Channel kind of vibes. And she was like, we should watch all of the Halloween episodes from Disney Channel, because if you have Disney Plus, there's a category where you can actually watch every Halloween episode of like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and That's So Raven. And I was like, girl, no, we are not doing that. I love like a classic, I guess it's more, to me it's a classic. I keep saying that. People probably think of classics as like Nightmare on Elm Street, but for me what a classic is something that I grew up with and something that is very reminiscent of my childhood for Halloween. And I do not need to rewatch TV shows. But let me know what your thoughts are on that. Maybe you guys want to hang out with Alyssa and rewatch the Halloween episodes of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Do you guys remember those like That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana stuff? Where they would combine like Secret Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, like, and everyone, like the worlds would combine on Disney Channel. Oh man. I don't think I need to relive that though. You know, like I think I am past that. But if there's something that is reminiscent of my childhood, like Casper the Friendly Ghost, I'm all for that. I really love eye bases like this because they prime the lids and they create this perfect canvas on the lid space. I probably just covered up all that bronzer that I used earlier, but the nice thing about this is that you don't have to apply so much product. It blends a lot easier because you have a pretty healthy canvas to work on. I think this is a huge thing that people skip out on, is a good neutral base on the eyelid, and I think it makes such a big difference. So I just Googled 90s Halloween movies to make sure that I'm like saying the right stuff. And I honestly don't know half of these movies. So maybe I'm more of like 2000s kid. I was born in the 90s, but I guess your childhood is more like early 2000s. If y'all are in your late 20s, you're my people, okay? Now that I've used all the liquid products, I'm gonna start going in with some powders to set everything and to make sure everything's gonna stay in its place and start building up color. Again, this halo powder from e.l.f. I'm gonna test out. Hopefully I like it. I watched a masterclass with Beyonce's makeup artist, and he said that if the loose powder you're using is fine enough to stay in the air when you blow it, that means it's fine enough to use on your eyes. Hey, it worked! So you can see the particles really slowly going down. I don't know how well that worked in the camera, but you can definitely see it sticking in the air. I don't love the idea of blowing on your makeup products. I mean, that doesn't seem sanitary, especially if you're a professional makeup artist, but I'm powdering with a purpose here, okay guys? I'm not putting this all over my whole face, just the under eyes and the parts that tend to crease. So around my nose here and my chin and in between my brows. That is it. It looks like I'm doing a lot, I promise. It's a very fine powder and I'm not doing a lot. It just looks like it. That's really nice. I really like the finish of that. It looks kind of like the Hourglass powders. Really pretty. One of my favorite bronzers of all time, Bobbi Brown. This is Golden Light 1 bronzing powder. Ooh, I freaking love this bronzer. I watched Deep Water a couple nights ago. I'm a big movie person, if you guys haven't noticed. I watched Deep Water with Ben Affleck, and it was so good. A great psychological thriller. Think like Disturbia vibes. Like, I love movies like that, like psychological thrillers. Like, you're on the edge of your seat, you're a little freaked out, you're a little like, so Deep Water was so good. I was on the edge of my seat all night long. I was like, what's gonna happen next? And I just thought it was really like a good movie. Like, it was different than anything I've ever seen before. It wasn't confusing, which is kind of nice. Like, it's kind of like straight to the point, but you're still like, what is going on? It's hard to explain, just watch it. If you haven't seen it, it's a Hulu original. So if you have Hulu, it's for free. And I want more recommendations like that. I wanna know, guys. One of my favorite movies is The Others. I think that one's so good. I'm going in with my face bronzer again and adding that to the eyes. I think using the same products that you use to structure your face, to structure the base of the eyelid, makes a big difference. And you can also take this along your nose if you're doing a little bit of contouring. I like to do this pretty subtly. I don't like to have like stripes across the face. I feel like people get a little carried away with their snatching these days. We want the overall structure to look very cohesive and just lift the face in a way that's very flattering to your natural face shape. And if you're using like different colors and different contouring techniques all over the place, different structure on the eyes, different structure on the face, it doesn't look cohesive, it doesn't look natural. What I'm trying to say is, for me, fall and like Halloween time is a combination of cozy vibes with like a little bit of spooky mixed in. I feel like haunted houses and like spooky cuddle season is cozy and spooky at the same time. I don't like to just be scared, you know? I'm not out here trying to like be afraid. The world is scary enough. I don't need to be more afraid. Like I just want to be happy. I want to live. I fell in love with this blush a while ago. I don't know if you can still get it anymore, but it is this deep Merlot shade, which looks a little aggressive in the pan, but I promise it is so beautiful. And I pretty much wait all year long to be able to use this because I love it so much. Hopefully that's translating well on camera. It just looks like flushy and like, I don't know, so pretty. I went to my first Oktoberfest last weekend. My husband and I live in Utah, and one of the big Oktoberfests in the country is in Snowbird. So we went there and it was so much fun. I'm not a huge beer drinker. My husband Christian likes beer more than I do, but I had some really good drinks while I was up there. I put whipped cream on all of my beer, which I didn't think was gonna be good. It sounded gross. I don't even like whipped cream, but if you kind of like stir it in, fold it in a little bit, it kind of like softens that like weedy beer taste a little bit. And it was really good. It was super fun. Fall in the mountains is unlike anything else. I would love to go somewhere that's even more like old school, like traditional parts of the country, like Vermont, somewhere that's really cozy and has those fall vibes. But I'm really grateful that we live in Utah because we do have a lot of colors here. There's tons of opportunity to drive up in the canyons and look at the changing leaves, and I can see a lot of it from my home. But you know, there's always more. So I would love to go to like Vermont and take like a fall vacation somewhere that is just blown away with color. Same thing I did with the bronzer on the face, I'm actually gonna do with the blush on my eyes. Just gonna tap in here lightly and add it to the outer corner. Don't be scared. It's gonna look pretty. I'm not a huge beer drinker. Like I said, I do love wine, and that I think there's a lot of options in the holiday season with wine. So I'm always excited to try different festive drinks and different pairings for different seasons. But if you guys have any suggestions for that stuff, definitely leave them in the comments below because I would love to talk to y'all about that. Living in Utah, we don't have the option to join any wine clubs or like alcohol subscription services. It's a felony to cross state lines with alcohol in the state of Utah. So unfortunately, I don't have those options. So I need you guys to be really specific about what I need to get because I have to go to the liquor store and buy it myself. The hard thing about the fall season for me is I don't sit in fall very long. Like I go from liking the fall leaves and the fall candles to being like, it's Christmas. Like I get so excited for Christmas and Christmas decorations and Christmas movies. And it's really hard for me to like stay in the like fall mindset. Like Thanksgiving gets lost for me. I go from Halloween to Christmas so fast. And I know people hate that. They like feel bad for Thanksgiving, but I don't know, Thanksgiving's just not really my holiday. For me, fall is a whole vibe of its own, but then I'm ready for Christmas. We did family photos in the mountains and I glued these lashes on that I cannot get the adhesive off. So if you see this like lash glue on my eye, you guys, I can't get it off. It's really hard to put eyelashes on yourself. I'm obsessed with this palette. It is a summer palette from NARS. It's the Summer Solstice. It's so beautiful and the colors are very summery, but I actually really like them for fall too because they're kind of like these warmer tones. I like them for fall and summer. My favorite thing about fall is definitely just like overall fall vibes, like fall fashion, fall scents, the changing of seasons, the changing of colors. And like I said, I'm grateful that I live in a state where we can experience all of that because I know that not every part of the world has the opportunity to experience the fall colors and seasons. But my favorite thing about fall is just kind of the like feeling of fall, the season changing, and everybody says fall vibes, right? Like that sounds so basic, but I think that fall is like an all-encompassing like emotion. I used to go to a lot of haunted houses when I was younger. My husband started taking me to them when we were dating, and we haven't been to very many. The price of everything has just gone up with inflation. It's kind of hard to justify some things that we used to do. With inflation, I find myself comparing prices to vacations all the time because I'm like, well, haunted houses can be 60 to 80 bucks a person times 2. That's flights to somewhere. Like I really easily will be like, I don't want to go and do local stuff because we could just go on vacation with that money or save it and do like a home project because I love working on the house and buying things for the house. So I feel like I've done less and less of that kind of cool stuff, but like I said, Utah is a special place because there's always something free and something you can do to experience nature that I think a lot of people don't have the opportunity to do if they don't live here. And I feel like that is something that I want to take advantage of, opposed to just going to like haunted houses and giving my money to like okay experiences. Don't get me wrong, I love haunted houses, but I want them to be really good. I want them to be worth my time and money, you know? Otherwise, I could just stay inside and drink wine and watch Casper the Friendly Ghost. And I feel like that is a great use of my time and money. You know what I need to try to do is painting pumpkins because I do not enjoy carving pumpkins. I wish that I did. It's like a tradition in my husband's family to do it. It's probably a tradition in lots of people's family, but I feel like my family, as everyone gets older, is kind of like over it. But I just don't really enjoy carving pumpkins. I feel like it's gross. I don't like the sliminess, and I'm always bad at it. Like my pumpkin never looks very good. I want to be a team player, you know? Like I wanna lean in. No holiday is fun if you don't lean in, but I just feel like I'm a little over the pumpkin carving. I guess if you have little kids, it's different, right? Everybody talks about how exciting it is to experience these holidays and baby's first Christmas and baby's first whatever. But I don't have kids, so that's not, you know, really what I use for enjoyment. You know what I've never done? I've never gone apple picking before. I've done lots of fruit picking, like in the summer. Like I've done like different like berry festivals and like strawberry days and different like events where you pull berries. And obviously I've been to pumpkin patches, but I've never actually gone to pick apples before. I should definitely experience that sometime. I would really like to do grape picking. I don't know if that's what it's called. When you go on like a vineyard tour and pull grapes for winemaking. I think that would be really fun. I've never experienced any sort of like picking like that before. Anything that's not berries. I'm actually still trying to decide what I'm gonna do for Halloween this year. It's a Monday. I wish that the world would just decide that Halloween was like the last Saturday of every October, because I feel like nobody wants to go trick-or-treating on a Monday, and I feel like it's hard to plan parties around it. So this year it's a Monday. I don't know what we'll do. I think my husband actually has to work, so it's probably gonna be super chill. Last Halloween, I sat on my porch with a glass of wine and gave out candy to like toddlers, because my neighborhood is a pretty new establishment, so all of my neighbors have like little kids. They went around from like 5 to 6, and then I never got a trick-or-treater again, so it's pretty chill. There are a bunch of like Halloween costumes that my husband and I would like to do together as like couple costumes, but we haven't been to any like big Halloween parties in the last couple of years. So I always want to plan a Halloween party at my house, a costume party, but somehow this time of year always gets away from me. So many summer weddings, so I'm constantly working every weekend. I'm at a different venue, at a different hotel, getting a bride ready for her wedding. And I feel like I've just been traveling so much this year. It's been really hard to plan an event at my own home when I'm going to so many events everywhere else. So maybe next year, but next year I'll be a Tuesday, right? Maybe I'll wait till it's a Saturday. I'll just wait for 10 years. Do you guys decorate a lot for Halloween? I don't get super into Halloween decor because it's not very pretty, and I really like pretty decor. Like I like my house to look pretty, and I like my decor to match my home. Even like my Christmas decor matches like the vibe of my house. So I feel like it's a lot easier to decorate for Christmas because you can find Christmas decor that matches your house. My house doesn't look very like haunted housey. Like I don't really want my house to be scary. I like fall decor a lot, but like I said, I'm really quick to transition to my holiday decor, my Christmas decor. So I have a couple of skeletons up that I think are really cute, and I like having those out for about a month, but when it's time to take down the Halloween stuff, I'm like so ready to take it down. I have to set up my Christmas decor in November, because if I only have it set up in December, I'm sad when it's time to take it down because I'm not ready to part with my holiday decor. I'm building up this berry tone on the outer corner of the eye to give me this like really pretty gradient sort of fall leaves look. These like warm coppers that are transitioning into the kind of berry tone, I think is really pretty. And if you're having a hard time blending your shadow out, especially if you're using these darker tones, something I like to do, I'm just taking a clean brush. This has no product on it. This is called dry brushing, when you just kind of buff out the product with nothing on your brush. And you can take your foundation and just put a little tiny bit on your brush. And when I say a little tiny bit, I mean just a little bit. Like, just a little bit. And you can start buffing this around, and it will help you to blend these lines a little bit. Especially if you're not an expert blender and you need a little assistance. It's not an eraser. You don't want to use this the way that you would use makeup remover if you were trying to clean up the makeup look. Like let's say you have no face makeup on and you're just gonna take some makeup remover to clean it. That's not what we're doing. We're really like buffing and blending the foundation into the lines. That way it's just kind of diffused. Gotta reapply my lip balm. Look how dry my lips are already. All right, to finish off this shadow, I'm gonna be taking the really rich berry tones that are in the corner of this palette down here and working that into the outer corner on top of the blush and on the lower lash line. Originally, my husband and I were talking about doing a Halloween party the weekend of Halloween. Since it's on Monday, we thought like that Friday, Saturday, Sunday before Halloween, we could do a party. But we actually secured tickets to When We Were Young festival. I am so excited for When We Were Young. If y'all haven't heard of it, it's a huge festival. They've never done it before. It's gonna be in Las Vegas with My Chemical Romance, A Day to Remember, Paramore, Avril Lavigne. Who else is gonna be there? Dashboard Confessional, Mayday Parade, Boys Like Girls is gonna be there, which I'm so excited about. We the Kings, Sleeping with Sirens. I mean, a bunch of these like kind of emo pop punk bands are gonna be there. So super excited for that, and we'll be dressing up for that. Not like Halloween costumes, but like pop punk kind of vibes. So we'll be busy that weekend anyways, and that's just gonna be our Halloween. I thought it was weird that they were doing that the weekend of Halloween, but they are, so that's what we're doing. We actually tried to get the tickets for the weekend before because we didn't want to go over Halloween, but we couldn't get tickets to that one, so we're going to the one for Halloween. You guys, I forgot to do my eyebrows. That's weird. I usually do my eyebrows before I do my eyeshadow, but I just totally forgot. The last concert I went to was, I think Jonas Brothers was the last concert I went to. I was gonna say Maroon 5, but I don't think so. I think Jonas Brothers was the last one I went to, and it was so good. But I've never been to like a festival before. Like I've never been to Coachella or any like giant festival with tons of bands. I've been to like smaller festivals before where there was like a main band and then there was like a bunch of other bands that were gonna be there, but there was like the main one that everybody was really there to see. But this isn't like this. There's gonna be a bunch of bands all playing at the same time. And I'm a little nervous that there's gonna be bands playing at the same time that I wanna see all of them. So there's gonna be no way that I can see everybody, but I'm really excited. Did you guys hear about all the drama with Starbucks pumpkin spice latte flavoring? Because they had to change it. So Starbucks original pumpkin spice flavoring didn't have any pumpkin in it. And somebody got really upset about it, and it caused all this drama about Starbucks pumpkin spice latte not having any pumpkin in it. And the rebuttal from Starbucks was that it doesn't need to have pumpkin in it. It's not pumpkin flavoring, it's pumpkin spice feels. So I think that the original flavoring didn't have any pumpkin, but it was more like different spices and like nutmeg and kind of like more fall vibe latte, if you will. But people got mad about it, and so now the pumpkin spice latte does have real pumpkin flavoring in it. But the pumpkin flavoring by itself, like if you've ever had real pumpkin, is not sweet. It's not like a, I don't know, it's not the kind of thing that I want in my coffee. And so they changed it, and I'm so disappointed because I liked it better before. So I've had a few pumpkin spice lattes this holiday season from different places. I've had pumpkin cold brew, I've had pumpkin spice lattes. Beans and Brews is a local place that I go to here in Utah, and of course Starbucks. And I'm just not feeling it, you know? I liked the original flavoring better, and I'm so sad that it has real pumpkin in it now because I just feel like real pumpkin is not good in coffee. I like real pumpkin like during Thanksgiving with like the marshmallows on it and like pumpkin strudel kind of stuff, like pumpkin cookies, but I don't know, something about it in my coffee is not working for me. This is the Makeup Revolution Brow Glue. I've been using this recently. It's like super sticky and goopy, but it does hold my brows really well, which is nice. And I just use it to fluff up the brows at the front of the eyebrow. And then I kind of like angle them downward on the tail. And I also been using this in my hair. I already used it today, so my hair looks pretty good, but I can use it to smooth down the little flyaways. And that's been working really nicely too. It's a little intense, so I wouldn't go overboard with this particular product because it's like almost sticky, which sounds gross, but it actually works really, really, really well. And probably because it has that extra stick to it. So if anyone's gonna be running their hand through your eyebrow, then maybe not. But if you're just looking for something that's really gonna hold it in place, I've been liking this. I don't know why anyone would be running their hand through your eyebrow, but just saying. All right, let's curl these goopy eyelashes. I need to like soak my lash band in eyelash adhesive because I cannot get all this adhesive off. I'm so good at putting eyelashes on other people. Like I'm so good at putting lashes on my clients. But then when I have to do it to myself, it's so hard and I'm so upset by it because, oh gosh. I'm very upset by it because I want to experience the beautiful lashes that my clients get to experience. And I just can't take my head off and do my own lashes, you know? I'm gonna do a really light coat of mascara because I'm gonna put lashes on top. So I don't need a lot of mascara. These lashes are the 420 lashes from Ardell. They're the naked lash band that is like extra fluffy. I really like these. I think that they add a lot of volume without too much length. Because sometimes if there's too much length, I feel like it covers up the entire eyelid and then you can't see all the beautiful work that I just did. I've been talking a lot about Halloween. And fall obviously also includes Thanksgiving. And my ultimate favorite Thanksgiving show is Friends. And Friends is my ultimate show of all time, of course, but I really feel like it hits different during the fall season. There's lots of Thanksgiving episodes on Friends, and Friends is just my like ultimate comfort show. Very cozy. I enjoy watching it with coffee, and I also enjoy watching it with a cocktail. So I love Friends. I think anyone who doesn't love Friends, like, I don't know, we just don't relate, I guess. Definitely ultimate Thanksgiving show is Friends, hands down. All right, let me try to glue these lashes on myself. It's so hard. Every year I tell myself I'm gonna get better at putting my own eyelashes on, and every year I don't. I tend to wear more lashes in the winter than in the summer because I feel like the summer I'm just go, 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 and I just throw on a tinted moisturizer. Once I get the lash on, I just like to go in and perfect the lash line with a little liquid liner pen. All right, that went pretty smoothly. Not too bad, right? I have absolutely zero plans today. So I'm just putting on this fall vibe makeup for my YouTube channel. I wish I was better at planning out events around when I'm filming, because it would definitely make sense for me to actually be getting ready to do something. But it's hard to time the sun and when the lighting's gonna be good and plan my whole day around it. So I wish I could say that I was about to go rock this makeup look at some sort of fall festivity, but I'm not. I'll have to take myself to HomeGoods or something so that I can just like show people my face. I'm like, look guys, I wear more than just athleisure and tinted moisturizer, because those are the people who see me the most, are the people at TJ Maxx and HomeGoods. This makeup's a little extra for HomeGoods, but okay, I did a better job applying this one. I don't know why. Maybe this lash band just fits this eye shape better. If I'm being honest, it's probably not the lash band, it's probably me. I actually like the way that this look looks better without the eyeliner, but because I can't perfect the lash line without eyeliner, I feel like I gotta do it. I love the look of lashes with no eyeliner, but it's really hard for me to do that to myself. I really wish I was as good at doing my own makeup as I am at doing clients' makeup, because it's just not fair. All right, let's see how we're looking here. I'm gonna put on a little bit more blush because I feel like it faded a little bit. A nice bold blushy moment, you know? And now that I see it all together, I'm just gonna put a little bit more underneath. I feel like I can always handle a little more underneath the eyes once I have a lash on. And then I'm gonna load on a little more lower mascara too. All right, let's get a lip on. I'm gonna do like a nude, like a deeper nude, I don't know, a nude lip. Let's do that. because I did a berry eye, so let's do a nude lip. I was gonna do a nude eye with a berry lip, but that's not what I ended up doing. I feel like my two go-to fall looks are a berry eye with a nude lip or a berry lip with a nude eye. So today we went with the berry eye because that's what I did last year too. So I figured I could do it again. I'm gonna start off with Stripdown from MAC. I just slightly overline, just a little tiny bit. And then I'm taking MAC Whirl, which is like, you know, the ultimate fall nude, I feel like. MAC Whirl lip liner would have been better, but I don't have that. I only have Stripdown. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of a nude gloss for the middle of my lip. And as you can see, this is super, super light. I like the way that this 90s lip looks when you blend out a light color in the middle. Well, this is my fall look, you guys. I hope you like it. Super fun to create looks like this. I can't wear makeup like this throughout the year, so it always feels really special to create these warmer, berrier, more dramatic looks during this time of year because I love makeup, and I think sitting down with y'all and chit-chatting about the fall moment and doing fall makeup is so much fun. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course check me out on Instagram. I would love to see you guys in my next video. Mwah.